you tryna pull up to my crib, I think you really gotta go.
Hey y'all, happy day. Welcome to my channel. It's your girl Dee Dee, and I am here just to chat with y'all for a bit. Listen, I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting out here because sometimes I just want to come sit out here. We have like some fireplaces and things of that nature out here, fire pits where I live. So sometimes I just come sit out here if I just want to just have a minute to myself and not be in a house with the kids and the dog. I'll just come out here and just kind of just get my thoughts together. So I decided to turn the camera on and talk to you guys. And I want to talk about how it has been dating. So I was just divorced in May. And so I was separated for 7 whole years. And oh my goodness, y'all, let me tell you that I have only been in 2 relationships in my entire life. And I married the both of them, so let's just say I don't have a lot of dating experience. I was with my first husband. I started dating him when I was only 12 years old, and we got married 10 years later, and we were together 10 years, and then we were married 10 years. So we were together a total of 20 years of my life. And I do not mind telling my age. I'm 44 years old. So I was married to him for 10 years and together 10 years. So I spent 20 years of my life with him, my kid's father. And then we got a divorce and I remarried. And that marriage, my second marriage, did not last long at all. We were only married for about 2 years before we separated, but the separation was longer than the marriage, like way longer. We were separated for 7 years. I know y'all probably like, girl, what? But I literally believed God was gonna restore my marriage. Like, I literally did not want to get a divorce. I really did not. Like, I did not initiate it. I did not want it. So I fought for my marriage. I really did. I stood for my marriage. I prayed for my marriage the entire time. And it just did not happen because God didn't want it to happen. Because I believe that, sometimes people will be like, it's a lack of faith when things don't happen, and people just automatically assume like it's a lack of faith. You didn't have enough faith. That's not it. I feel like my faith is super strong. I really know that God can do anything. Like, if he wanted to restore my marriage, he could have done it. Like, he didn't even have to allow it to go 7 years. Like, he can do anything. You know what I mean? He's God Almighty, all powerful. You know what I mean? He can move mountains. So it wasn't that, I didn't have enough faith. I just believed that, it was a purpose for me to go through all that. I'm getting off subject because this is a whole nother video if I want to talk about 7 years that I stood for my marriage. That's a whole different video, not this one. But I just want to say that, yeah, I did stand for my marriage for 7 years, and I really did believe that God would restore. He did not. So I thank God for the experience, because it literally changed my life. It changed me. It literally pushed me into a spiritual awakening. I mean, it has awakened me in ways that I will have to explain to you guys on another day, another video. But yeah, so as of May, my divorce was final. And this whole entire time, I know a lot of people get separated, especially being separated as long as I was separated. A lot of people would have went and started dating or whatever. But I didn't never do that, because like I said, I literally was believing God was going to restore my marriage. Like, my heart still desired it. But God gave me enough time to get to the point where I let it go. And I realized that this is not what God wants for me, and that means there is something else out there for me. So I literally did. I got to the point where I let it go, but I still didn't date or whatever, because first of all, I had already been divorced once. This is my second marriage. So I really battled with a second divorce, because I felt like I was letting God down again. So I really battled with that. And I promised God, I was like, God, I promise you that I won't do it wrong this time. So I waited until the divorce was final before I put myself back out there. But y'all, let me tell y'all something. this is what this video is about. This dating thing, I absolutely 100% don't know how y'all do this. Listen, it's probably because I'm inexperienced. Like I said, I have only been in 2 relationships in my entire life. I am 44 years old, and I married the both of them, so I don't have dating experience. Let me tell y'all something. It's a whole new world out here. This is crazy. Okay, it's like, it's nothing like, oh my God, I can't even explain it. It's like, these guys are not consistent, you know what I mean? And because I've been in long relationships, there are things that I'm just not going to tolerate. You know, I'm not going to be nobody's side chick. I'm not going to be. So when you start moving funny, I'm out. And I'm very intuitive. So, and I have a very strong power of discernment. So it's because I have a calling on my life and I'm anointed. So it's not many things that could go over my head. Not saying that I know everything, but I have a relationship with God, and the Holy Spirit shows me things, like literally in dreams and stuff like that. So it's like, I can't even be in relationship with certain people. I can't be around a lot of people. That's why I don't have a lot of friends. So imagine being in a love relationship with somebody. It's probably why I've only been in 2, because it's just not something that I can do because of who I am and who God has called me to be. So it has been crazy, you know, but I have not given up on love. I really just want to do it different this time. You know, the first time I got married, I was 21 years old, pregnant. I was pregnant with my daughter when I got married, and you know, I was raised in a church, and I just believed that that was the right thing to do. Like, I just wanted to make it right, make it official. But looking back at it now, I don't know if I was actually ready to be a wife, you know. But I will say that my mom trained us to be wives. Like, we really saw her. That's all we saw. You know, her and my dad were married 50-something years when she passed away. And he passed away first. So my sisters and I, we were taught to be wives. And you know, the crazy thing about it is, there are men out there, my second husband really had a hard time with that do not know how to accept, if they weren't raised, I'm trying to see how I can say it, like sometimes what we offer, like what I offer as a wife, I naturally become that because I saw my mom do it. For example, I saw her fix my dad's plate. I saw her iron his clothes. I saw her, and if she didn't do it, we did. My daddy literally came home from work, took his shoes off, and everything was already ready for him. His clothes already set on the bed, folded, waited for him to get them so he can go take his shower. His food was fixed, his drink was fixed. We took it to him, or my mom took it to him. And so because I saw that, that's what I do. Like, that's how I am. And I remember my ex-husband used to be like, you don't got to do that. You don't got to bring me my food. But I didn't know no other way to be, because that's what my mom taught me. But it's so crazy. That can be a whole nother topic as well. That something that is good and what we were raised to be is depending on who the person is. They just don't know how to handle that. And I'm finding that out more and more. It's like, you find yourself, you feel like you're giving too much, because it's like this day and age, it's not, that type of wholesome woman is not something that's praised. You know what I mean? You know, those wholesome values aren't appreciated. Not saying that for every man, because I know that there are men that would definitely appreciate me being that type of woman who gonna bring you your plate, fix your food. I'm a do everything that a wife should do and be for her man. So this dating thing, y'all gotta pray for me, because it's like, child. And another thing is, I've been separated from my ex-husband for 7 years, and during that time I learned how to be by myself. So I think that's the most dangerous thing, when a woman learns how to be by herself and be okay with it. Not saying that I want to be by myself, and I'm not one of those women talking about I don't need a man. The devil is a lie. The devil is a lie, and the truth ain't in you. If you think that I don't need a man, like, I desire a man. But I am very content alone. So I'm not desperate, and I'm not just jumping on the first thing that I see trying to make something work. Like, I've already done that. So this time I'm really going to take my time. I've been praying to God. I write down what I want in a man, and I believe that he'll send me that. I think I got one more in me. One more. I got one more. They say 3 is a charm, right? So, you know, I used to be embarrassed, like, oh my God, I can't believe I've been married twice. That's insane. That's still insane to me. You know that? But, you know, it's God's plan. You know what I mean? So I married my second husband the same reason, because I'm just like, we're not going to be out here doing things that we shouldn't be doing out of God's will. We got to get married. So, again, that religious spirit, thank God I've been broken from that as well. Woo, thank God. I ain't religious no more. But, yeah, but this dating thing is not for the faint at heart. Like, I'm serious. I do not know how these serial daters do it. I don't believe that I'm cut out for it. So I'm going to continue to pray to God that he will send me my king. He will send me the man that he has for me. Somebody that will compliment me and I will compliment them. And yeah, I take it in prayer, because baby, this dating ain't. This ain't it. It's awful. So let me just leave y'all with this. If you are in a relationship and you are in a marriage, y'all, let me tell y'all something. Don't quit. Fight. It is nothing out here. I could promise you that. Like, this is awful. I was just telling my sister, it's no way in the world I would have chosen this for myself. So don't do it. Like, disagreements, go to counseling, do something. Just don't quit, because there's absolutely nothing out here. I'm serious. It's not. I promise you, I would rather just work it out with the person that I have. Y'all go get some help, get some counseling, do something. But this ain't what you want. I'm trying to tell you, this ain't what you want. But thank God I'm very content being by myself. I am happy. I'm not one of those women who absolutely just need a man or I'm gonna die. No, thank God. Thank God for that experience of being separated from my husband for 7 years. Thank God that he didn't answer my prayers, because that's not what he wanted for me. Thank God, because it gave me strength and so much self-love. Oh my goodness, so much self-discipline. And I'm just not one that wants to just be in a relationship so bad. And I understand that my life does not revolve around a man and being in a relationship. I had to realize that there are things that I need to do for myself. Sometimes you have to take that time and find out who you are as a person versus being in a relationship, you know. When it's time, the Lord, will do it. That's what the word says. So I believe that, and until then, I will continue to live my life. I would continue to love on me. I will continue to spend time with me. I will continue to build myself up to become even more healthy. It's healthy to be able to be alone. Sometimes we can get unhealthy attachments. That's not healthy at all. So I feel like I'm the most healthiest mentally ever, because I have been by myself and I've had time to be by myself and just be with the Lord, and just to enjoy my children, be in the moment. So I know that God is going to send me my king, and I can't wait. But until then, I will be content just the way that I am. And yeah, I'm gonna keep on living. But you guys, I have not picked the camera up all week, and last week was my first week launching my first video, and I gotta say, you know, it's really not easy to get on here and do what we do as YouTubers, influencers, and you know, I work a full-time job now. I'll tell y'all all about how I transitioned from being a full-time entrepreneur back to the workforce, and how that came about. So I'll do a story time about that as well. I'll do a story time about my 7-year stand for my marriage. So this is just one of many. But I just wanted to come. I still got my work clothes on, y'all. So I was determined to do this video for y'all. I just wanted to come on here and tell y'all the dating world. This right here, this ain't it. This ain't what you want. So if you got a partner, husband, wife, whatever, love on them. Don't you leave them. You better pray. Ask God to fix it and stay right where you at. Because I can promise you, this dating thing, this ain't what you want. especially if you're not equipped. This ain't what you want. And if you are single, be happy in your singleness. Do not settle. Don't be trying to rush. Wait and wait patiently. You know, I want to do it right this time. So that's what I'm doing. I'm waiting patiently. All right, guys. I done been talking long enough. I feel like I'm rambling at this point. But anyway, y'all get the point. All right. All right. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you will know every time your girl posts. All right. It's your girl, Dee Dee, and I am out. Until next time. Deuces.
Now you tryna pull up to my crib, I think you really gotta go.